Hey guys, BarryWise here, and today we're going to be talking about a brand new live server that's coming out on the 25th of March, Project Life. So before we start, I just want to go through a few things. Caden and Malik are, as far as I'm aware, are the founders of this new community. Now Caden, most of you all know, was the original founder of Arma 3 Live, which is now Arma 3 Live Studios, which is run by Zanaza. Now, while Caden was around, there was a hell of a lot of drama on the server, which many of you all know. Something was going on between Caden and Malik. The server got shut down for a bit. Caden was supposedly racist to somebody, and a whole bunch of shit went on. Caden finally left. Zanaza took over, and it looks like now Caden has started a new community. But this time, things are different. I'm all for people having second chances, definitely. You know, I'm not one of these people that's going to be like, well, you've done this, so that's it now, that's it. You're done. I'm definitely for second chances. Now, as you know, originally Arma Life did steal a hell of a lot of their content. You had to pay for access into the mod originally, which I can't remember exactly how much it was, but you had to pay for it. So basically, they were stealing mods off other developers, putting them into their mod and charging you to play the game, which is crazy, come to think of it. But everybody did, everybody paid, everybody put the money into it. I put my money into it, so we're all crazy at the end of the day. Now, this new mod, you've got to pay for access. The difference is they're doing it legit. Well, it seems that way anyway. They're whitelisted by Bohemia, which means they're able to legally monetize it, so they're able to have contributions off the community to continue to run the server and to pay their developers for the actual work they're doing. Now, some of the content in the video, especially like the furniture moving, was actually in the original Arma Live videos on their YouTube channel before it got taken down. Now, for whatever reason, they didn't use it. I heard that some of the developers didn't want them use their scripts, or they couldn't actually get it working. I'm not too sure. So we're just going to have to wait and see what it's actually going to be like. How much new content is going to be in there? How much stuff from what they're showing in the videos is going to be there? Or is it going to be a work in progress? I just hope that it's not going to be like the original Arma Life videos where they had stuff like meth labs, they had moving the furniture and things like that, and none of it was ever actually implemented in the game. So fingers crossed that they're not actually just doing this to get publicity, basically. I'm definitely going to stay optimistic. Now, if you look at the life of life mods from the original, let's say Arma 2 and then to Arma 3, there's not been a massive change in what you can actually do. It stayed the same due to the fact that the Arma 3 engine is really hard to work on. It's really hard to implement things, really hard to change things you want to change. Now, this is a reason why a lot of developers, like the people who are behind Identity, are moving to the Unreal 4 engine, because it's a lot easier to implement things. They've gone from the Arma 3 engine and they've gone over to the Unreal 4 engine, and it's so much easier to do things. So what I'm hoping for is the money that they're going to actually make this time off this community, they are actually going to put back into it. And we are actually going to find a mod that really does break the mold, because I can't see a mod that breaks the mold. City Life, great development team originally, absolutely epic, implementing some great things. You know, the trouble with that community is originally they were too strict. Now, it's hard to find a balance between fun and just too much realism, in a sense. And with City Life and stuff, it was like, I remember getting done for drugs. Me and Johnny Blackfoot, we had 2 cars full of, I don't know, opium or something like that. We ended up with 10 hours in prison. 10 hours in prison. 10 hours, guys, 10 hours. And you actually had to be in game. And you had to basically, you had to be sitting at your desk for 10 hours with the game running. Because if they come into you, if a prison guard come into you and spoke to you, if you didn't speak to him back, if you didn't acknowledge him, you'd the possibility of being banned. And also, if you didn't click your mouse every hour, you basically get put in the AFK channel, and then you get a chance of being banned. So can you see how crazy that is? Sitting there for 10 hours. That's when me and Johnny Blackfoot, we just said, no, this is enough for this. That was on the Arma 2 server, that was, back in the day. Now they brought the Arma 3 live server, out. Yeah, you know, it's the development is there. They've got a lot of things, but I think they lost a lot of the community just due to the fact that they were extremely strict on banning people. They really were. Now, I know you've got to be strict to a certain point. And also the economy was too real. It was too much of a grinding game. It took you so long to get anywhere. It took you hours and hours and hours to actually get anywhere. Yeah, that does create great realism, but do we actually want that? Come to think of it, you know, we can open the door, we can go outside and we can do practically whatever we want. But I'm not going to go outside in real life and shoot somebody in the head just because he called me a wanker. This is why we play live games. We play them because we want to create a new role. We're creating a new character. At the minute we play ourselves in real life. You've got your name, I've got my name. You act how you act. You act how you've been taught. You act how you've been told. Now for a game, a role play game, I want to create my own individual character. So yeah, I might be a gangster, I might be a cop, I might be this, I might be that. I'm not going to be that in real life. I've already got my role in real life. But in game, yeah, we do want certain consequences for what you do. For the actions you commit, you've got to have consequences to think, shall I do this or shall I not? If I do this, I'm going to go prison. Or if I do this, I might get killed. We obviously do want consequences, else the server would be a shit fest. It'd be like just going on an unwhitelisted server. It'd be an absolute troll fest. We don't want certain boundaries, you know, we don't want it to be too real. Too real is not good. People don't seem to realise this, that too real is not good at all. We don't want this. We want to have fun. Yeah, we don't want, if you're a cop, you don't want to be shot at 24/7, but you do at some point want some action. You do want some entertainment. You're playing a game. It is a game. So finding that happy medium between realism and fun is extremely hard, and communities have been striving to get that right since day one. It's a real struggle, whichever way you look at things. There's going to be complaints coming in from, you know, it's too easy to get guns, it's too hard to get guns, you know, it's constantly go round in a circle just like that. So it's up to the community leaders to find that happy balance, that happy medium. But for me, for this server, what I want is content. I'm not too concerned at the minute about the economy and things like that. They can be easily adjusted, easily changed, which they will be. But it's content, it's the initial content. Is it different from a server that I can go on for free? If it isn't, what's the point? If it is, great. Yeah, have me money. You know, if you can create another game out of a game, even though you paid for it, but it is another game and you're going to put a lot of hours into it, it's worth paying. It is, guys, come on, it is worth paying for it. If you've got a game sitting there that you're not going to play, but somebody creates a mod of that game and you have to pay for it, but there is a lot of content there and it's going to keep you playing for hours and hours, then it's definitely worth it. So we shall see, guys. We shall see Sal's on the seashore. What the fuck was that?